Have you ever had an uncomfortable conversation that went badly? The answer is probably yes, and the reason may surprise you. You may have had the wrong mindset. By definition, mindset is the mental attitude or disposition held by an individual. It's one's beliefs and attitudes regarding the people, circumstances, and events in their life. Now, why is mindset important? Because it influences how you approach and deal with challenges, and an uncomfortable conversation is a significant challenge. If you approach an uncomfortable conversation with the right mindset, you greatly increase the likelihood of achieving your objectives. Conversely, if you approach an uncomfortable conversation with the wrong mindset, you are basically guaranteed to have a bad conversation. So, what's the right mindset when it comes to facilitating an uncomfortable conversation? What type of mindset will increase the likelihood of achieving success? The only mindset that works is if you genuinely go into this meeting wanting to be a blessing in the life of another human being. If you genuinely want to be of assistance to someone else. If you do not go into the meeting with that mindset, if you do not go into the meeting with that intention, it is not going to be successful. Frankly, if you have the wrong mindset, you'd be better off not having this discussion. It is better not to have an uncomfortable conversation than to have a bad, uncomfortable conversation. This is particularly important if, like in most of these difficult conversations, you have to tell someone something that they do not want to hear. In other words, give them constructive feedback. Let me paint a picture of what this type of positive mindset looks like. I'm going to use the example of having to tell someone something that they do not want to hear. I want you to imagine that I'm sitting here with my communication partner who is sitting directly across from me and we're facing each other. I want you to further imagine that there is an empty chair sitting right next to me. What I'm doing when I have the proper mindset, figuratively speaking, is I'm moving my communication partner from sitting across from me to sitting next to me, so we're seated side by side, while leaving the problem in the chair across from us, and we work together to deal with that problem. Of course, you are not actually having that person move. That would be weird. But figuratively speaking, the proper mindset is you and your communication partner working side by side to deal with that problem that's sitting across from you. That's it. I'd make the argument that having the proper mindset is the single most important thing we can do when it comes to successfully facilitating an uncomfortable conversation. Therefore, focus on your mental state.